Yo, Dow just came back from a long walk. Yo, Dow, that stands for Dark Artsy Original. More explanation on my next review. I don't know why I opened up like that, but as you can see, we're talking about a project Hell is Confusing. Now, as in reference to the lore of Manny Mackins, which is mainly produced by me, completely my idea, everything. This is not part of that. This is a one-off. I have actually two one-offs. This is one-off. Hell is Confusing. Another one-off was me and Zesty. We actually made a freestyle avant-garde project exclusively on SoundCloud. I would call it Lucid Dreaming. Literally recorded from a phone. We played keyboard. He rap song. I rap. That's that. It wasn't singing back then. So, there's that. So this is a one-off. I'm not gonna do Lucid Dreaming because it's kind of just like wasn't really well thought out or whatever. You want to listen to that? You guys can search that on SoundCloud. But I would go over this one because one was well thought out. Cactus Frank deserves more love when it came to especially Amino artists. He did not get as much love as I believe he should have gotten, and that's for plenty of reasons. One was, one second, I'll be right back. Jesus Christ, bro, you can never. One reason was because Cactus Frank, for all of his talents. Yeah, one reason because of Cactus Frank for one of his talents, for all of his talents rather, he was very unorthodox. So a lot of artists are just intimidated by unorthodox people. I know firsthand. So I always try to work with unorthodox and underground and alternative people, like Tunoji Radio. Check out Tunoji Radio, by the way. So I always try to work with alternative, unorthodox people because I understand the struggle, especially when they have talent. First off, you're not alternative or underground if you have a song going wooga 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 and there's nothing, no purpose, no fun, no energy, no style. You're not. If you have style but it's just unorthodox and people look at you like, I don't know about this. It's good, but I don't know how to market it. I work with you. That's my thing. So, I like that. So I work with him, and people didn't like that he was unorthodox. Another thing was there was this artist on Amino who I didn't really like him as much as a person. I tried to collaborate with him. We had similar interests in hip hop music, but he was a jerk, and he was supposed to release something with Cactus Frank, but it never happened. The guy was such a jerk off that him and Cactus Frank released a single. Everyone on the app was receptive of it. They were more receptive of that single than anything I ever put out, and anything that anyone else on the app put out. They were receptive over it, but they mainly complimented the beat. So the dude that Cactus Frank was working with on the next single lowered the beat and amplified his rapping so people could hear his rap ability. That's how much of a, he wasn't really good to work with. So the project never really released. If it did, I never heard it. So therefore the communication was off. And I checked out everybody's stuff. So Cactus Frank, we didn't think it was gonna come out. Cactus Frank and I came together, and I was in moving situations. So I said, you know what? I can only record music off of these $8 headphones, which explains the audio quality in Hell is Confusing. And so I recorded off of that, and I tried my best at the time. I probably could do better now mixing wise, but it came out the way it came out. I remember liking it at the time. Maybe I'll listen to it again now. I think it's just too bad. But yeah, that's how it came together. Was I wanted to make a project with him. I think he was very talented before he gave up or whatever. I wanted to work with him. He didn't mind the low quality audio vocals, so we came together. As far as how it turned out, the reception was not very great. The reception, people didn't really like this project. I mean, I know the other stuff I was saying, oh, it was mixed or it was really good. I'm being honest with you guys. I'm not saying that for my ego. I just got to keep it with the facts. The facts are the facts, and the facts are people did not like Hell is Confusing. I'm looking here in the YouTube stats because only on YouTube. It's a YouTube exclusive. 13 people thumbs upped it. I was talking to JC Flame recently. He said he actually liked it. And then I was looking at the responses to one of the music videos, Devil Bastard. It looked like some people did like it, but it did not have a huge reaction like the other ones. So for me, I don't know if people were just hyped up for it or they liked the way I promoted it or whatever, but I didn't receive really that well of a reception for what I remember. But now looking back, I guess it was better than I thought. We liked it, and Cactus Frank was proud of it, and I was proud of it at the time. So let's see. Also, Manny Mac is a Cactus Frank. Hell is confusing. The cover is a bunch of doll heads and the eyes of my exes, and that would be important because of the concept of the album. So let's get into it. It's only 27 minutes, so this video is not going to be as long. Without further ado, Hell is confusing. Let's go. I love Cactus Frank's use of sampling. It's really cool. He uses very dramatic sounds on this project. I love it. It's awesome.
Hell is like a box of chocolates. I feel like Forrest Gump when it comes to romantic chances. All I do is run my mouth, but I never reach my destination. The women here think I'm sweet, but they will never be my savior. These goddesses replace my lack of support and make me more complacent. All come with that same hellfire. I love to see them naked. This exhilaration and elation got me contemplative. But I'm still a troglodyte, who I'm kidding. I'll never make it to the heavens where the angels are trustworthy. And I trust them with my faith, but I'm insecure too. What if I get there and I'm out of place? I'm not corny, I'm just saying it would be nice to be a family with the person who doesn't need me, but wants me so much she gives me loyalty. This hell makes me second guess my vulnerability. Sorry if my heart seems more gimmicky than fair and weak. I'm just, well, you know, hell is confusing.
Yeah, so with the intro track, I really it was very interesting. I hear the lower qualities. It sticks out. And I think that's sort of the issue, is that it sticks out. It depends on how you feel about lower quality vocals. At least on that track, I didn't mind it that much. It sounded pretty cool. I think it went together. But yeah, the verse, it's just a regular intro verse. Hell is like a box of chocolates wanting love. I mean, introducing the concept of it. I think it did it really well. So yeah, pretty cool. Love the sound. Oh yeah, Cactus Frank narrates in this one. So I think he starts here.
Hell welcomes you with its gates wide open. Beautiful statues made of flesh and 6 quartz quartets that'll play alien pieces wait for you. Satan's abandoned son, you'll return to rock bottom, the house of badly written fish fiction, where lost souls dance in red moonlight before shooting themselves. Welcome to your own hell.
Love it. I love how the low quality vocals fit his voice. By the way, he's from Venezuela, so he speaks English very well, but you can hear his strong accent, and the low quality mixing fits his voice very well, especially with that vocal effect at the end. This was a single here.
I was stuck way beneath the sea. I fears whether or not I stayed or went free. I was afraid of dark, so I laid in lava every time I slept. I was lifeless, so I wasn't afraid of death. Funny laugh at the man with no life and wants to hold on to his breath. Low-key is glad at the fact that he's the walking dead. A contradiction who is sick of all the criticism. I just want to live private. So I talked to God, he said there's no benefit of hiding. But Satan gave me a place where everything is quiet. All I see is my lust and faithful disguises. A bunch of romantic lines, pretty eyes with a feminine design. Clever minds, I'm mesmerized by the stuff they set inside for me to get inside.
You'll be a lost soul, kid. It's not worth it in the end. Don't be a lost soul, kid. The devil wants to play you with his tricks. Don't be a lost soul, kid. It's not worth it in the end. Don't be a lost soul, kid. The devil wants to play you with his tricks.
They say the best things in life aren't free. Funny, I said she was the best. She left me while she was still in debt. But I wasn't counting what I spent. A breakup isn't something you expect. Now all I see is jokes and memes. Dark humor helping me cope as I proceed to be stuck whimpering about what we could have been. It's hard to be in misery, unaccompanied, when the only thing socially helping you is her physique beside you. You look back at the lies even when you try not to. Become a clown so you can't crumble and justify your mischief by saying you're not harmful. This is when you startle yourself and realize you're becoming suicidal. The jokes are not funny, now you see all the world. But wait, what's going on in the story? You get forgetful. Before you know it, you're confusing all your friends neglect you.
Don't be a lost soul, kid. It's not worth it in the end. Don't be a lost soul, kid. The devil wants to play you with tricks. Don't be a lost soul, kid. It's not worth it in the end.
What's going on in the story? Everybody's laughing at me now. Wait, what's going on in the story? Everybody's laughing at me now. Wait, what's going on in the story? Everybody's laughing at me now. Wait, what's going on in the story? Everybody's laughing at me now. Wait, what's going on in the story? Everybody's laughing at me now. Wait, what's going on in the story? Everybody's laughing at me now. Wait, what's going on in the story? Everybody's laughing at me now. Wait, what's going on in the story? Everybody's laughing at me now. Wait, what's going on in the story? Everybody's laughing at me now. Wait, what's going on in the story? Everybody's laughing at me now. Wait,
Don't be a lost soul, kid. It's not worth it in the end. Don't be a lost soul, kid. The devil wants to play you with his tricks. Don't be a lost soul, kid. It's not worth it in the end. Don't be a lost soul, kid. The devil wants to play you with his tricks.
All right, so my thoughts on that. I didn't pause it because I think the lyrics and the production, how well it went together. Obviously, you can hear, if you are familiar with my style of production at this point, you can hear it. The production is not minimal, so it has no embrace really at all. When it comes to minimalism, it has no embrace of minimalism at all. And so, but it's still just as intentional, just as theatrical, but in Cactus Frank's own way. So the beat, I believe, was really strong. Some people had complaints about the beats because they were too weird for them or too much for them, but I think the beat was really strong. The vocals themselves, as far as the qualities, they are... So the vocals are mixed okay. They could have been mixed better, to just at least give them more, not just presence, but just personality beyond just... I think at the time, I wanted to embrace the fact that I had low quality equipment, and I think that was done. But I think what could have made even that vision better, which is better mastering. The track is very low. I think better mastering would have had like this noisy presence, and it would have made it just more interesting to listen to. What's making it interesting to listen to mainly is the beat is very off the wall, very interesting. And the lyrics are really well written as far as the story, and it's relatable to any heartbroken young man. The story is very relatable. So yeah, I like that, but is it attention grabbing? Not on first listen. You have to really be interested into it to want to stay. That's what I would say about that. But yeah, interesting track. Would I go back to it personally? No, mainly because of those little things that I mentioned before.
We were in 7th grade, unafraid of everything. Chain of legs we used to go, we weren't afraid of the rain. So we said, but we were not prepared for it. You were way too overexposed, I was way too innocent. We pretended to be adults, tried to do a grown-up sit. In my room with my friends, first day that I got some head. It was so warm, every morning I would ask for some more. You would come over, I wanna do it again and again. But back to the story, we were too young, trying to be too old. So we did too much, I fell in love too hard. We rock bottom in lust the year before. You were that far-fetched crush, but now you got me trapped in this rocky abyss. I started my mission in my born addiction. I had to get equipment every couple minutes, and now I'm in the present, and I am still relentless in my central tension. Girl, I'm still affected by rock bottom methods of giving hell to little children so sick. We met at rock bottom as kids, fell in love with the quick. Too bad that we had to end. Why you hold a grudge from way back then? Why you hold a grudge from way back then? We met at rock bottom as kids, fell in love with the quick. Too bad that we had to end. But why you hold a grudge from way back then? Why you hold a grudge from way back then? Come on. Why you hold a grudge from way back then? Come on. Why you hold a grudge from way back then? You were my first love, 13, we still had a way to go. I took rap seriously, then trying to perfect the flow. Rock bottom, all the kids on the bus, love the way I did the back of the bus, rap tickets up, seat fast coming home. We were acting up, off the bus ran to my house. Girl, I had to get my nuts. Rock bottom, dark hard, products of a kitty parents never stuck. How am I supposed to know how to look? And your parents split too, so I got like we've been through the same situation, so we could probably make it through school, then into a new house while knowing nothing about how to manage ourselves. It didn't help that we were rushing into intimacy and feeling deep of disrespect without knowing what it really means. All rock bottom kids have trouble with their family trees. Took this day off us, but still have problems in her teeth. I'm sorry for the pain I gave before I went away. I'm not proud of the stuff we did. It is just what it is. We met at rock bottom as kids, fell in love with the quick. Too bad that we had to end, but why you hold a grudge from way back then? Why you hold a grudge from way back then? We met in rock bottom as kids, fell in love with the quick. Too bad that we had to end, but why you hold a grudge from way back then? Why you hold a grudge from way back then? Come on. Why you hold a grudge from way back then? Come on. Why you hold a grudge from way back then? How was I supposed to know things would end this way? My mom threw me out, you know that. I would've stayed down there with y'all. It wasn't my fault, come on. Don't blame me. Why hold a grudge? We were young. Come on. Come on. Why you do me like that?
Woo! Shout out to Cactus Frank, bro. Damn, that beat. That beat was incredible. That beat was incredible. Shout out to Cactus Frank. About that song, the storytelling was just beautiful. So I guess I wrote it. So let me just say that it was about my first serious girlfriend, or I thought serious girlfriend, 7th grade. Chain of Lakes, we used to go. Chain of Lakes is a middle school in Orlando. So, a funny thing about the writing process to this, Cactus Frank would send me a beat and then put the most random title. And I would take that title and connect it to a narrative concerning my exes. So it was a writing process, an exercise for me. And he would come up with the most random thing. And he'll be like, yo, how'd you connect that to that? I'm a true creative, that's why. So, yeah. The beat, incredible. The vocal mixing, once again, I feel like I could have done better with the mixing. The vocal quality, of course, was lower quality. I don't feel like low quality or high quality determines whether or not it's good or bad. I don't look at it as that. I just look at it as fact. There's low fidelity and high fidelity, and it's just, it is what it is. But the enunciation was really clear throughout both of those songs and the intro track, to where I can hear what I'm saying just fine. So the lack of mastering, mixing, mastering, and vocal quality prevents this project from standing out, but it doesn't take away the vision, and it doesn't take away the quality and sense of just artistic merit, not quality and sense of audio quality, but a sense of artistic merit, if that makes sense. So I could listen to it just fine, but it's not gonna stick with me like some of the previous projects that I reviewed, or you understand what I'm saying, because of just how low it is, and also just how the vocal quality is, and the mixing of the vocals. So yeah, but that's the main thing. It's probably gonna be like that for the rest of the project, so I'm gonna stop saying that critique because it's just me overdoing it. So I'm just gonna look at the good stuff. The beats, Cactus Frank did all these beats. The beats are crazy. The writing is beautiful. The performances are great. So yeah.
I knew this girl, she was a recluse. I mean, she claimed that, but she was really popular in school. Got high after class, off the villain, had a bunch of black dudes trying to grab her, do what she had. You know the girl with the huge following who complained even though she had pretty girl privileges, like being taken serious, even if she had the traits of an idiot. But as dudes, we let her get away with it. They claim we're male feminists who just want to hit. I'm being honest here. I remember shooting my shot after senior year. She came over my house, we cuddled, but the whole time she acted weird. She invited me over her house after a couple of months. We did watercolors. Bottom line, I didn't get a nut.
All right, let me talk about that. Okay, so that was a true story. That was a true story. That pissed me off. I'm not sure because of the vocal qualities how much you guys are able to like decipher it, but that was a true story. Like, that pissed me off. That girl was beautiful. I'm not gonna mention her name or anything like that because obviously she's probably even married now or whatever. I mean, shout out to her wherever she's at. But I wanted to have sex with this woman so badly. She was so beautiful to me. But when she invited me over her house, she wanted me to do watercolors. And then Cactus Frank obviously said fish fiction. I think it was the most random thing. No. I have such awkward relationships with people, including women back then. Now I'm pretty much settled down. But I had so much awkward things. I could relate anything to anything. And I wasn't making that story up either. So this is a true story as well. And it's cool to do true stories because Mighty May Mackins came out before this. So I guess I'm in my true story bag. But that pissed me off so bad.
She was a Pisces. No wonder why she's always in the make-believe. Fish fix your artery, she's stuck in the fantasy. Cliche, but I know there's other fish in the sea. There will be waves of piranha trying to find something to eat. Rip the heart out of a man and ignore that he please survive too fishy. And she got me in astrology. Now I know when it comes to love, the stars will align for me.
Alright, yo. The second verse is incredible. First of all, baby girl said she was a Pisces. Yes, she literally told me she was a Pisces. So it connected, okay? No wonder why she's always in the make-believe. Fish fiction, reference the title. Fish fiction. Hard to reach. She's stuck in a fantasy. So, what did I say? She's stuck in a fantasy.
Stuck in a fantasy. Fish fiction. But I know there's other fish in the
Fish fiction, hard to reach. She's stuck in a fantasy. Cliche, but I know there's other fish. This is beautiful writing. But I know there's other fish in the sea. There will be piranhas. Hold on, wait. What did I say?
There will be waves up around and trying to find something to eat. Rip the heart out of a man and ignore that he please survive too fishy. But she got me in astrology. Now I know when it comes to love, the stars don't align for me.
Yeah.
My phone. It was there.
Here.
Hello, Daddy.
Hey, baby.
I need to try it.
Here. Here. All right. So, my bad, y'all. So yeah, her vibe too fishy, but she got me in astrology. Now I know when it comes to love, the stars don't align for me. First of all, this is also true. She got me in astrology. I know a lot about astrology because of this woman. That's how bad I want her. I was being performative, male. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. That's how bad I want her. So that's all just true, but it's just pretty good wordplay and punchline too.
I see the bunch of forward fires around her femininity. A traumatized soul, all I wanted was her virginity. She told me her
A traumatized soul I wanted was her virginity. Yep.
past, and I got attached to her history. She uses all of that to cover up her immaturity. Okay, Mrs. Dream State, what you want, a diamond ring? You turned me down a bunch of times. You think I'm a friend? You that naive? Another thirsty strategy to pressure her to finally release her nervousness towards sexuality. Baby, you a masterpiece and a travesty, a divine specimen. I just wanna analyze all of your innocence. I know it's a bunch of lies, but this is so mysterious. Your eye for beauty so pure. I like the portrait that you did. Watercolors, let the Pisces win. I'm not down with all this waiting around, the unrequited attention. You've been staying far away from any type of connection. Meanwhile, you're on my obsession. What you mean I'm rejected? Just because of my complexion. Laugh now, you're a child, I get it. You're stuck in the past you never had, so you try to put it all in the present. It makes sense, now judge it. Your obsession with color, your black and white perception, the others you're stuck in a monochromatic bubble to ignore your area trouble. How could I love you? Oh, I'm so dramatic. I'm like you now. This is so unattractive. I'm sharing habits with a doll made out of plastic. It's programmed to chase shade and it feeds off of plastic, so it can fit into a niche rather than to be its own person. Saying I'm not black enough. I mean, you ain't even dark either. I mean, you sit over here acting like a princess or whatnot.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was everything. Yeah, she said I wasn't black enough. Yeah, I remember that. So more history on that. Let us finish out.
Believe this fake image of you telling me about me. Fix yourself. Bro, I'm out. Say something though. Truth be told, I put you in my life. You're the prototype of what will be my demise. The devil's always pretty eyes, nice smile, thin waistline, nice petite size, and I imagine that's my housewife. You're just a doll, not a human at all. A fraud that acts like it has no flaws. The program story to entertain the audience and move on. When you find another participant that can spend more cash, then you're gone.
So because I put it in such a... So here's the thing. This is what I recommend to all artists. If you're going to talk about somebody, and this particular teenager, if you're going to talk about somebody, a girl, whatever, don't name the person one. And don't... Like, you can leave details in it, but make it, like, fantasy, fun-esque, so that it can relate to people and you can laugh at it later. I really felt that this woman was a fraud because she wasn't giving me sex. Let's just keep it real. I'm a man now. I'm gonna keep it real. I felt like she was a fraud because she wasn't giving me sex. Earlier line said a bunch of black dudes got on her. In Chicago, I went to a place called Kenwood Academy in Chicago. We're mostly black. So when I said a bunch of black dudes going on her, it wasn't me just being like racist. It was just that's what we like. Like black men, we like strong women. Strong women, that's what we like. It was mostly black. So that's why I say that. And when she said that I wasn't black enough, it was because a lot of at the time, just black was the majority of people there in my school. And because there was a lot of pro-black movements, you're talking about Black Lives Matter at its heydays. Black Lives Matter is probably still around now, but it's not as hype. Darkness was seen as beautiful. All the girls wanted dark-skinned men. Like the darkest of dark-skinned men. It was just a trend. In my local area. I'm not saying it's a global trend. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm just saying it was a trend then. And we're young, so we go after narratives of what people tell us rather than our own experiences because we don't have much experiences. So I wasn't saying that in a sense to be racist. That's just the truth. If someone will say, "Oh, it's not a trend," or "Oh, it's not that." It is what it is. I tell the truth. It is what it is. Racism is not cool. I wasn't trying to apply that then. I'm clarifying that now. But yeah, it was a trend in our group to want the dark skin. Even like the white girls that went to my school wanted dark skinned men. Because one was a majority. Even the white, my boy Zesty, Puerto Rican Jew, white boy, one of the darkest girls. I wanted darker girls. It was just what it was. It wasn't out of hatred. It was just that was the zeitgeist. And dating is not like when you're older, you take dating seriously. It's no longer a trend-based thing or what your parents think, or it shouldn't be at least what your parents think or a trend-based thing. You think of like, okay, who's gonna be the best partner? You look at more than just the skin. Back then we didn't. She didn't. I didn't. I wouldn't take it personal if that happened to me now. I'd be like, I understand the dynamic, you know. But that's how I felt. I thought she was a fraud. It's a good album when it comes to like analyzing how men treat rejection. And I'm glad I didn't do it in a way like, oh, F her name is this, F her, whatever. I'm glad I did it in a way that examined it and was creative with it. Because that's what we'll really get insight from. The examination of the issue. I think he narrates again in this one.
Piranha pulp and dolphin magazines float in an ocean of pink toxic waste, in which divers move blindly in search of a precious page. Rainbow psyche and still ejaculation are all ways to get a final sample of fish fiction.
Hey, percussion. Hey.
This that dance around the truth. Who are you running away from? You hesitate with every move. I mean, you got wasted. You flung around so reckless. That was a nice school date. I loved your body language, but you were not so balanced. You were constantly shifting your weight, so I held on to your hips, trying to keep you placed in one stable position. But you were just so conflicted. You would switch it, we lose rhythm, and we would fall with our legs twisted. We would argue about the steps, sounded like clashing dissonant pitches, causing each other stress. It would mess up our composition. We thought a flow job would fix it, nah. It made me more distant from our artistic vision. It made me more indifferent than I lose interest. If anything, this music deceives our common sense. We would lead ourselves to the most abstract beat and be misled, falling over each other's feet. Plus we were still young teens. This is a common time to be craving for a rest. We really outplayed ourselves back then. Should've took the notes, transposed them to fit the tone, and then we could've composed us to be more harmonious. But we did it. We're musicians that don't know how to listen. Ironic, isn't it?
You're opening yourself up to a whole other world that people don't understand.
So a little bit of it's just talk, analyzing the figurative language, sounding like clashing dissonant pitches, describing. So dissonance is opposite of consonance. So if I take a, I don't have my keyboard. All right, whatever. I'll just explain it to you. If I take, let's say, a triad, C, E, and G, those are consonant. But if I take like C and then C sharp and then D and put it'll be dissonant. It wouldn't go together. So consonant is like a ah, and then dissonance is like it does not go together. It's not harmonious. I try my best to explain it objectively, but mostly it's a cultural thing. Basically saying the melody doesn't go together. And we're describing dancing, tripping over each other's feet. We should have transposed, moved the rhythms, whatever. All that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of musical theory, but basically it's describing clashing sounds because we argued a lot. Me and this particular girl. So yeah, that's the concept of that song. Of that verse. We could have composed
but we did it. We're musicians that don't know how to listen. Ironic, isn't it?
I could break down the whole thing, but music theory. Go look back at it. You know?
That people don't understand. And as you mentioned, the musicians playing with the Ouija board, people don't know what these people are doing behind the scenes. There's a reason these women and these people are screaming in the crowd for them. Many people are utilizing their assistance
choices and everything. People don't realize these things.
This that dance around the truth. We playing on the scale that both of us never knew.
Scale.
Hit rock bottom again. My soul's attached to the sound of blues. All sad and sorrowful. We made ourselves sound so out of tune. Both hippies against our country. We were rebels, mad and angsty and all that jazz. Made you poppin' when you
Pop that poppin', it will be a rap.
Fighting over
Oh my
nothing
God.
like our baggage was our houses and we just trying to get it back. But listen, we could never stay on
We
track.
could never stay on track. Oh my God, that was beautiful.
And this is why you have people like Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyya, one of the scholars of the past. He said that music is the Quran of the devil. And this is why you see that most of the people that come from the music industry, in fact, that they actually do some of the worst sins, and they actually become some of the worst people that ever walk the face of this earth. From starting off with good manners, but once they enter into the music industry, I seen it personally and witnessed it. They always turn to another person that they didn't even expect. People like Jimi Hendrix, he was not able to play without being under a substance, being high, without being high. So we know even from a scholarly point of view, what the scholars mention about people that get high and things like this, you make yourself open to what? The gin. Every musician that is on the highest level, think about it. Many of them are doing drugs and alcohol to get them to that level. You can't escape it. You might as well, if you don't want to be involved with drugs and alcohol or listening to someone that is involved in those things, you might as well take all of your CDs and everything and just throw it out. Because this is what the people that you're listening to, this is what they're involved in. Many of them. Getting high, alcohol, and as you mentioned, it's clearly clarifies and makes clear the position on those things. So what state is that person in when they were singing that song? What state was the song? You may start to feel the way that person was feeling. You understand? This is a serious thing. And yes, I know some people personally, I won't mention their name, but we asked a lot of guys in Islam, it's a very, very famous rap group that sold maybe 30, 40 million records worldwide. They used to actually be engaged in talking to devils, jinns, and worshiping the shaitan. And they told me stories how they used to be aided by the shayateen, and they was aided by the jinns, and aided.
All right, writing there was beautiful. The rapping there was just beautiful. I don't know. The rapping, the wordplay on almost every line, the scheming, the punchline schemes were really good. The rapping, the rhyming, everything was just beautiful. No complaints there. The clips with the jinn and talking about, I believe that's Nation of Islam, but certainly a Islamic influenced speech fitted so well. Let me tell you the background with this. With this. So I was dating this girl freshman year of high school. Beautiful and intelligent girl. The thing about that one though was that we were both musicians and artists. If you're the artist, I recommend to not date an artist. Just because you both are going to get very emotional and very into your stuff. Unless you're in a position where both of you guys are successful and you can like separate and come back and calm down whenever, I recommend it. I mean, that's just for me personally. I guess the type of artist I am. And yes, we did separate partially because she was into drugs and alcohol. I wasn't, and I felt like if she would do drugs, I was gonna lose her in some sort of way. We just shouldn't have never gotten that intense. You see what I'm saying? We got intense too fast, and we were not right mixed. We're too hard-headed. Way too hard-headed, and we're not a good mix. But you live and you learn. We're freshmen in high school. You live and you learn. So dope song. She was great. Shout out to her. I don't know what she's doing right now, but shout out to her. She's a beautiful singer too.
lies and you don't believe them. All that I'll be with you forever. Then they're seeing other people. Then you feel like other people can never love you. Cause she deceived you, or he deceived you. And you can't keep those feelings locked up, stored within you. You feel like you've been fooled. Nothing that they said was true. You'll take a bullet for them. And so it hurts more when they shoot you. They're reloading holes to their true colors in front of a new someone. To leave you flown, no cover. Stuck with the hole where your heart wasn't, your mind wasn't. So you think about him, or a baby child, crying all the time, lying down so spiteful. You move on to another one, hurt them because of your other one before this one. Even though you couldn't be the one, you did it like you should have done the past one. No forward tear break, I'm gonna unload my last gun. I can't move on with this hell, I need to pass this. I gave up an angel, feeling like we left up in these ashes. Now I made ass, and I got to scratch my past days. Now I became what I hate, attracting more toxic waste, okay, and I can't accept that pain, so shoot me, shoot it all away, shoot me, shoot it all away, shoot me, shoot it all away, shoot me.
Nah. The beat is okay to me, kind of meh. The vocal mixing here is awful. I think it's mixed the same way as before, but here it's just awful. It don't fit with the beat at all. The lyrics are too dramatic. I don't like the song. We should have went without it.
When the one who loves you is here for no apparent reason. Everything they say is lies when they have no secrets. You think there's something to hide, but you're still giving over what you should have left behind. Now we can't be like this forever. We need to let it go. But we're afraid of being broken, falling for something that's so unknown. I know it's hell, it's confusing, nothing is set in stone. And so you burn with the pain that you still hold on to. But don't let what hurts harm you for so long, or you'll become harmful to what you long for and carry on in the revolver. They keep you spinning in the dark until you see it spark. But a fire later on gets lost because you have a bullet scar from your broken heart. Corny, but if you in that cycle, you relate. And so it means more to you than just a cliche. Now let it marinate, don't guard yourself this way. For the blessing of a warm heart is bound to come your way. I know you have to be hard because you feel
the flow is corny too.
That medicates the pain, but it just exacerbates the rage. And so you're bound to break. Satan wants you to be this way, he loves you feeling lost. Satan loves it to death, he doesn't want you to move on. He wants your soul to be his. So if you're feeling lost, cause you're broken and sick, don't shoot yourself down over it. Don't put the gun away. Don't put the gun away. Don't put the gun away.
I like the message.
Don't put
the message
gun away.
Oh, I love it.
Don't put the gun away. Don't put the gun away.
The vocal effect on this one's cool.
Don't put the gun away. 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 Don't put the gun away.
Nah. Yeah, next song, but nah. Revolver, nah. Nah, I don't like that one. The intro's fire. Yo, Frank makes some crazy intros to the songs. Like, you just want to watch the song. I just listen to it. You want to watch it. Hard.
I'll be there for you through all hell, through all hell, through all hell. I'll be there for you. I'm not the kind of kid your parents like. I'm the type that prioritizes what others don't in life. I'm a SoundCloud artist that people listen to on their phones. Going home, then go on the internet and tell jokes while they're left alone in their rooms. Melodramatic, young and stuck in their habits, are willing to grow cause the bars they set themselves are so low. And so there's not much better to oppose. And you have a lot to show for the work and goals that you go for. People support, unlike me, you're more patient, less abrasive, and people like who you are. I'm more likely to harm myself and others and bring shame to your mothers and mine. Like, why did Chantel choose that guy? He's crazy, unwise, and probably gets high all the time. Sure you have your issues, but I'm more likely to upset you, overstress you, offend you, be detrimental to your image, and let you down more than I will get you uplifted. Leave you with so much questions when I lose my grip and say that we finished. Then come back begging for forgiveness, cause I'm afraid of this addiction. You have me pinned to your skin, meanwhile you're so indifferent. And I question what is it that we have, love or a lack of interest. You try to reassure me, but I don't get it. How you so distant and defensive in the same sentence? Sometimes I think we better as a friendship because of the separate lives we live in. But it's worth to risk it, so I stick with it. Love you all hell, through all hell. I'll be there for you through all hell, through all hell, through all hell. I'll be there for you through all hell, through all hell, through all hell. I'll be there for you through all hell, through all hell, through all hell. I'll be there for you through all hell, through all hell, through all hell. I'll be there for you through all hell, through all hell, through all hell. I'll be there for you through all hell, through all hell, through all hell. I'll be there for you through all hell, through all hell, through all hell. I'll be there for you. I'm not the nerd that's put on television screens. I'm not the activist on the face of BT, the church boy blessing every human being, or the supermodel everybody wants to be. I'm that rage against the machine, the misunderstood teen, undeserving of a queen. You should be like your friends and just leave me behind, because I believe that I'll be a parasite in your life. But if you stay with me, I will stand by. I will not leave and I will not lie. I will not fake love you, even if we both cry. And I will sacrifice every bit of my pride just to be by your side. Through all hell, through all hell, through all hell, I'll be there for you. Through all hell, through all hell, through all hell, I'll be there for you. Through all hell, through all hell, I'll be there for you.
Lost in spiders of pubic hair, Joel dug deeper, following the smell of perfume. But the breast chips on burned it all and saved you specifically. It showed you true good confusion. But beware, heaven's confusion too.
That was a beautiful ending to the album. The first verse, I feel like the vocal mixing and the vocal quality kind of held it back a little bit, so you had to really get into it. But that song, the songwriting, everything saved it. The beat and everything, that ending was perfect. I think Cactus Frank really wanted to nail the ending, if I remember correctly, of the album. We really did it. Yeah, at the time I was involved and really wanted to be with this girl. It was a long distance relationship. We actually have a follow-up to Hell is Confusing, a song called Heaven's Confusing, this long song, Heaven's Confusing. You can look that up on YouTube as well, or even on Cactus Frank Bandcamp. Shout out to Cactus Frank, and follow him on Bandcamp. Yeah, that ending was beautiful songwriting, and the hook and the beat was done really well. The vocals mixing, I got used to it, so it wasn't that big of a deal for that song. Let me look at the track list again. This is a project of mine that I don't really revisit or talk about with others very much, because it frankly wasn't. It's only on YouTube, so I think that's another reason why I didn't really get much attention, but also because it just wasn't received all that well at the time. Let me see. Orpheus intro, dope. Devil's Bastard, fire. Ballad from Rock Bottom, really dope. Fish Fiction, amazing. Dance in the Red Moonlight, amazing. Revolver, did not like that. Love Was Confusing, amazing. So, dope, fire. Devil's Bastards pretty much was the classic, was a great single. Rock Bottom was dope. Yeah, this album's really good. It's really good. But the audio part held it back. It did hold it back, but a lot of the ideas are really fire. I think if it was done today, it will be much better. The ideas were fire. It's different. It sounds like a one-off production wise. It sounds like a one-off audio wise. The writing was good. But I want to talk about the last song a little bit more. So yeah, I was involved with that girl. We broke up. I said her name, so I don't want to, in there, but you guys could, if you really want to, search it out. I don't want to mention her name just because I don't want to. She's getting married now, actually, so I don't want to talk about that too much. It's kind of immature. Even if this video doesn't blow up or she doesn't see it, I just don't think that's right. But shout out to her and shout out to her fiance, I believe, that I'm married now, husband. But yeah, I was involved with her. I had a huge chip on her shoulder, very secure relationship. Listen, if you're dating someone or marrying someone and you're insecure, like, oh, I don't deserve them, just let them go. You have to feel like the person you're with, you're on the same level or deserve them. And if you don't like the people that you feel like you're on the same level with, up your self-esteem and up your game. Don't go and be like, oh, she's so much better than me, I'm gonna catch up with her. Because no, most likely you're making up a version of her, or either you're making up a version of her or you're holding her back, or just let her go, man. Just let her go until you get better self-esteem for yourself. Work on yourself, man. I did that, and I feel like with me and the mother of my child now, we're better off because of that, because we see eye to eye. We don't, not one of us feels like, oh, I don't deserve this, I don't deserve that. That chip on your shoulder, that ruins relationships, man. It ruined me and the girl I'm talking about. The song relationship too. You can hear it in the song. Just don't do that. I think this album is a great reflection of young love and exploring young love. I just think it is. I think if you're willing to listen for the messages of it and you're willing to listen to the art of it, you'll get a lot of especially young men should listen to this album. And Heaven is Confusing. I'm not going to review Heaven is Confusing here because it's not part of the project. But you guys should listen to Heaven is Confusing and check out Cactus Frank. But yeah, that's the project. Short and sweet. I think it was a good message. It came after mine and Manny Mackins when I talked about my love life. See, my love life talked about in Manny Mackins, mine and Manny Mackins, and now Hell is Confusing. Heaven's Confusing came out, and I think the love life part kind of ends in Jordan. So you get to see, if you're looking for that, if you're interested in my love life or whatever, it's all documented, written about in artful ways until Jordan, which is the last official song I believe on oh no, my bad, Athena, which is the last official song, so where I have an actual family. So love life is a reoccurring theme in that, and I think it examines it pretty well emotionally and just with the growth. So definitely check that out. What else do I have to say? Yeah, man. I guess it's the lesson I learned from collaborating with Cactus Frank: be creative, be off the wall. Someone's gonna accept you, and also don't be a jerk. That's it. Just don't be a jerk. Anyway, Dow, this was a fun video. Next is gonna be Jordan. That one I'm excited about because that was a very controversial one. All right,